Hi, my name is Tom Scarta. I'm a certified franchise executive. I work with franchises all over America to help them find the right franchises for them. I match people based on the top performing profiles of their franchisees and find people that are like them to build great franchises. There's 7 steps that I think are important to choosing the right franchise for you. There are many ideas and myths about how you should find a franchise. There's a lot of folks out there that have a lot of great information. I want to give you a different perspective, my perspective of someone who quit a job, bought a franchise, built it into 3 locations, sold it in less than 5 years, and was blessed enough to be able to semi retire at 41 years old. I have just a whole breadth of experience in the field, and maybe some of my experience could lend itself to you. I think the first thing you have to do when you're looking for a franchise is figure out what's important to you. Take stock of yourself and what's important, what's your experience, for instance. What are you good at? Also, you want to think about obviously your investment level, how much money you can invest comfortably. My rule of thumb is you should never invest more than half of your net worth. So that's interesting. Think about the type of employees you want to have working for you, your staffing. Think about the hours you want to work. Think about the sales process of the business. Do you want to displace an incumbent and take the business and take the market share? Do you want to start with something that is new in the territory? Do you want to have a business that is kind of one off where somebody might use you just once or twice? Do you want repeat business? It's important to think of all those kind of attributes. Your location as well. You know, what territory do you want to work in? What else could be important is really not so much your passion, but what would make you happy day in and day out, doing as a franchise. The second thing you should do is figure out what franchises you want. So either looking at the internet, doing some research, talking to a franchise consultant. Um, this can help you narrow down the franchises that might be a good fit for you, but you should really keep an open mind. That's the most important thing, in my opinion, because you never know what might be the greatest thing. It is not a good idea to get stuck on one concept. Like, wake up in the morning and say, oh man, I love donuts, so I'm going to open up a donut franchise. That would not be a good business decision. So don't get stuck. Think about um, really what would be good in for you to do, and not so much what's good in your area, what's not available right now that you think you can open. There might be a need for it, but it may not be the right fit for you. So you have to think in those kind of terms. After you figure out what concepts or what industries might be good for you, then contact the franchisor. Have conversations, see how they treat you, and because that's very significant on how you would be treated as a franchisee in their concept. Once you do that, you'll get the franchise disclosure document from the company. The franchise disclosure document will give you just a litany of information, just so much stuff. Study that. Don't get overwhelmed by it. It's really the phase 2 of your investigation. Phase 1 is to really understand the franchise, and you could skim to get pertinent data that you need, but there's no reason to read that whole entire document if you're not buying the franchise. If you are buying the franchise, you have to read every sentence and understand every word in that document. Once you do that and things are looking good and it passed the litmus test as the franchise disclosure document is concerned, then you want to start talking to the franchise owners in the concept. You want to find out not only are they being treated well, are they making money, of course, but really what's the culture of the franchise? Do they have a good relationship with the franchisor? This is stuff that you can't put in writing, so you're gonna have to find out by just feeling it out as you do your phone calls. Um, Once you pass that test, or the franchise passes that test, then you want to visit the franchise company before you sign anything or spend a dime on a franchise fee. You want to go to the corporate office and meet the people that are going to be helping you build your business. Make sure that you do want to get into business with them. And then is your final decision. And it's not so much is it a great franchise. Um, it's going to be more about can you get up in the morning and say, man, I love what I'm doing and I can't believe I'm getting paid to do this. If you could get to that point, then you know you got the right thing. You have to really feel comfortable. There has to be a really good gut reaction. Like the first time, perhaps that you bought a house, you may look at 20 houses, and then all of a sudden you walk into a house and you just feel that it's home. You have that good gut reaction. Well, that is what you need before you buy a franchise. So, regardless of how good the numbers are, and whatever it might be, um, it's got to be a really good gut feeling. And don't get caught in the pitfalls of choosing the wrong franchise. A lot of people think that they need to have a brand name, and that's not true. Some people feel that they want to hook onto the next fad and make money quick and get out. That rarely ever happens. Don't get dissuaded by competition either. A lot of people feel like, oh, there's nothing here in this town that sells X, so let me get into X. And you might be right. The town may need X, but it may not be the right thing for you. You may hate it day in and day out, and no matter how much money it makes, that's going to get old really fast. My name is Tom Scarda. I help people find franchises all over the country. You could contact me on my email, and that's tom@tomscarda.com, and I'd love to answer any questions that you have. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.